Hello everyone, welcome to the e-discussion platform on comprehensive paper. I will be discussing a few questions that are more likely to come for comprehensive exam. Let's move on to the first question. The accession of Queen Victoria took place in 1837 and she reigned till 1901. During the Victorian age, England reached its height as a world imperial power. The major events during the Victorian age was Industrial Revolution, improvement in science and technology, the abolition of slavery and workers' welfare, the Great Exhibition of 1851, the new rail transport, etc. So in short, we can say that during the Victorian era, Britain had a growth and development in all spheres. The next question is about the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. It was founded in 1848 by three young painters, William Holman Hunt, John Everett Millais, and Dante Gabriel Rossetti. These young artists aimed at the revival of the spirit and methods of the early Italian masters. They admired the art and painters before Raphael, hence the name Pre-Raphael. Let's move on to the next question. Until about the middle of the 14th century, English literature was mostly religious and didactic. In the next question, which of the following age is called the Age of Doubt? It is the Victorian Age, because there was a conflict between science and religion. The Victorians struggled with many questions and doubts about religion, and Charles Dickens' publication of The Origin of Species, published in 1859, also called as the Darwinism theory, caused a downward spiral in the Christian faith. In the next question, Charles Dickens' Sketches by Boz, published in 1836, deals with London life in the manner of Tennyson. Sketches by Boz is a collection of short pieces by Charles Dickens. It was published in various newspapers and other periodicals between 1833 and 1836. He sent these works under a pseudonym Boz. Dickens took the pseudonym from a nickname he had given his younger brother Augustus, whom he called Moses, after a character in Oliver Goldsmith's The Vicar of Wakefield. This became Boz's and was shortened to Boz. Another pseudonym of Charles Dickens was the Inimitable. Sketches of Boz is subtitled as Illustrative of Everyday Life and Everyday People. The illustrations was done by George Cruikshank. The next question, Mary Ann Evans wrote under the pen name of George Eliot. She wrote 7 novels, and they are Adam Bede, The Mill on the Floss, Silas Manor, Romola, Felix Holt the Radical, Middlemarch, and Daniel Danona. The next question, which of the following shows hardships caused by Industrial Revolution? It is the novel Mary Barton, written by Elizabeth Gaskell, which was published in 1848. It is subtitled as A Tale of Manchester Life. Moving on to the next question. Tennyson's In Memoriam was written in memory of his beloved friend Arthur Henry Hallam. The original title of the poem was The Way of the Soul. The poem is divided into 133 cantos. It was written for 17 years from 1833 to 1849 and was finally published in 1850 as a single poem. In the next question, Essays in Criticism is a fundamental work of Matthew Arnold. It has two series, one in 1865 and the other in 1888. The first essay in the 1865 volume is The Function of Criticism at the Present Time. The next question is about the Oxford Movement. The Oxford Movement was a movement of High Church members of the Church of England, which eventually developed into Anglo-Catholicism. The followers of the movement were mostly associated with the University of Oxford. The Oxford Movement is also known as Tractarian Movement after its series of publications titled The Trades of the Times, published from 1833 to 1841. They were also known as Numanities and Puseyities after two prominent Tractarians, John Henry Newman and Edward Bury Pusey. Going to the next question. T.S. Eliot's Ash Wednesday has 6 parts. It is a long poem written by Eliot and is also referred as Eliot's conversion poem because the poem was written after his conversion to Anglicanism. The first line of the poem is taken from the Italian poet Cavalcanti's ballad, which was later translated by D.G. Rossetti under the title Ballata, written in exile at Sarzana. Another interesting fact is Vladimir Nabokov parodied Ash Wednesday in his novel Lolita. Moving to the next question. Who wrote the aspects of the novel in 1928? Aspects of the Novel is a book compiled from the series of lectures delivered by E.M. Forster at Trinity College, Cambridge, in which he discussed the English language novel. By using examples from classic texts, he highlights the 7 universal aspects of the novel, and they are story, characters, plot, fantasy, prophecy, pattern, and rhythm. In the next question, it's about H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells is famous for his science fiction novels and uncanny predictions about the future. His major contribution to novel is humanism. The next question is about Don Quixote, a Spanish novel by Cervantes. It is known as the first modern novel. Though it is originally conceived as a parody of the chivalric romances, it basically presents the contrasting glory and misery of mankind. The next question is about the eminent Victorians. It was written by Lytton Strachey, an oldest member of the Bloomsbury Group. Eminent Victorians was published in 1918. It contains the biographies of 4 leading figures from the Victorian era. They are Cardinal Manning, Florence Nightingale, Thomas Arnold, and General Gordon. Moving over to the next question. The book 7 Pillars of Wisdom was written by T. Lawrence. It is an autobiographical account of the experiences of British soldier Thomas Edward Lawrence or T. Lawrence during the Arab revolt against the Turks. It was completed in 1922 but published in 1926. The title of the book comes from the book of Proverbs in Bible. Moving to the next question. The problem plays is also known as the drama of ideas. Some of the examples of the problem plays are Henrik Ibsen's A Doll's House, Ghost, An Enemy of the People, and also George Bernard Shaw's Widowers' Houses, The Apple Cart, etc. In the next question, W.B. Yeats was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. The next one is a familiar question. Who is known for Wessex novels? Well, Wessex is a name that is always adjoined with the author Thomas Hardy. All his major novels are set in Wessex, and in his preface to the novel Far from the Madding Crowd, Hardy describes Wessex as a merely realistic dream country. The next question is, Riders to the Sea is a play written by the Irish playwright J.M. Singh. It is a one-act tragedy, and the locale of Riders to the Sea is Aran Island. The next question is Song of Radha, the Milkmaid, a poem written by Sarojini Naidu. In this, she tells about the milkmaid Radha's love for Lord Krishna. Moving to the next question. Savitri, an epic in blank verse, was written by Sri Aurobindo. It is based upon the theology from the Mahabharata, and the subtitle of the epic is Savitri, a legend and a symbol. The next question is about Francis Bacon, who is known as the father of English essays. His essays are loaded with wisdom of experience and observations conveyed through short, compact and terse sentences. Or in short, Bacon's essays are the finest example of practical wisdom. The next question is about an eminent regional novelist, R.K. Narayan. With his first novel, Swami and Friends, Narayan created Malgudi, a fictional town that creatively reproduced the social sphere of the country. So we can say that R.K. Narayan is the pioneer of the regional novel in Indian English novel. Going to the next question. Ramaswamy is a character in Serpent and the Rope, written by Raja Rao. It was published in the year 1960 by John Murray. It is written in an autobiographical style, and the novel revolves around the protagonist Ramaswamy's journey to seek truth. The novel won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1964. The next question. The author of The Glass Menagerie is Tennessee Williams. It is a memory play. It has autobiographical elements, and the action of the play is set nearest to the Great Depression era of the American history. The next question is about Salman Rushdie. He won the Booker of Bookers Award in 1993 for Midnight's Children, and for the same book, he won the Booker Prize in 1981. The next question is, which is a debut novel of Mulkraj Anand? The debut novel is The Untouchable, published in 1935, and Mulkraj Anand, along with Raja Rao and R.K. Narayan, constitutes the great trio of the Indian English novel. The novel revolves around the argument for eradicating the caste system. The main protagonist of the novel Untouchable is Bagha. Going over to the last question. Tagore was awarded the Nobel for Literature in 1913 for the English translation of the Gitanjali, and hence he became the first non-European to win the award. The Gitanjali or Song Offerings is a collection of 103 poems. So that's the end of the questions. I hope this discussion was useful to you. Thank you.